everybody. Let me fix my hair a little bit. I didn't hashtag nobody, so I should be good. How y'all doing today? Are y'all having a good time today? I am having a wonderful time today. So today, what we're going to be doing is going online at American Newsroom and watching a clip. I haven't watched this clip. They were talking about Memorial Day. I watched Memorial Day last night. It was so cool, man. Like, seriously. I watched three different segments from three different places. Navy, um, Army, I want to say, and Army again. So I watched these three different clips and they were beautiful. Like seriously, they had like taste, they had a lot of great speakers, it was so wonderful, man. And you cannot forget the way they stated the statements. They were in Korea and just like me, but they were in the Korean War. They helped contribute. They watched their friends die. It was really, really crazy. It was a crazy time. They had to stay at below 0 20 temperatures, and I remember being there and pregnant and had to, the snow was terrible. I'm so glad that I did not have to drive there. The snow is way terrible. Yeah, okay. I'll say this. Some of y'all may remember, but do you remember those trucks that drive on dangerous territories in the winter, for mad money? That's how I used to be. I mean, just snow everywhere. So that's possibly Alaska we're talking about. I don't know because I've been to Alaska once and that was in the summer, whether it was Alaska or what else? Korea, that was the worst. But we're about to find out. Well, we're not about to find out. I'm gonna find out on my own. I'm gonna look it up and then I'll give y'all the answer on the next show. I really want to do my homework again. But I'm like, you know what? I want to do the next homework and then the next homework and then the next homework so I can be done with it. So I hope y'all having a wonderful day today. That light always bothers me, man. I don't see how people do it when cameras are flashing. Oh man. Oh, I like to oh, but it messes up my feed. Okay. So anyway, um let's see. I feel like I'm coming out of the womb as a baby, like, Mommy, what's going on? And then they stick a tube up my nose, and I'm like, that's how I feel with this light on my eyes. And plus, I wear glasses now. I don't wear them. I could wear them. It's not for driving. It's not exactly for driving, but I wear them so I can get a good view of things like license plates and stuff. And but I wear these for reading. That's weird. You see how I be finding out weird stuff. Y'all see that? Anyway, um, so I didn't hashtag nobody because I wanted to make it a goofy day. And I already know they still watch me. And I love that. I really love that about them. Some of them still watch me, not all of them. I know Marjorie Taylor Greene, like, thank God she didn't hashtag me. And I'm like, oh man, I had a little hiccup online. I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm going to entertain it because it's hilarious, but I'm not going to name the corporate. He said, why wear the hat when no one likes you? And I'm like, I love you. And that's what I'm gonna start saying. When people say stuff to me, I'm just gonna be like, I love you. I'm not gonna argue with them. What for, man? Like, really? It just seems weird to me. I don't get mad as easy as I used to. If you feel that way, then get off the show. It doesn't take nothing but 2 clicks. And that's why I'm like, dude or woman, don't follow me if you don't like what I have to do or say. But it's all good, y'all. Let's get to the show. 7 minutes in. Let's go ahead and get to the show. You all, I have a story for you guys. Oh, how I have a story. So, make sure I wear it right. So I don't like it tipped over. So I was in Massachusetts, right? Boston, trying to get to Martha's Vineyard. I made a call. Hold up. I didn't want to go to Ketchikan. So I don't know how I forgot this story. I done been almost everywhere. So I went to Boston, Massachusetts, probably from Colorado. I don't remember. But I said, you know what? I'd rather go to a shelter in Martha's Vineyard because I know there are no illegal immigrants. They ship them away and they don't want them there. In the nicest way, they said, don't get mad at me because that's what they did. They did it, and I just wanted to be there. But the lady lied to me at Martha's Vineyard. She lied. She stopped picking up her phone. I was calling her trying to get away out there over the ferry. And it's very weird to get out there over the ferry. I know the Obamas probably catch a flight, like a helicopter or something. You can either catch a helicopter or a ferry. But I got to see the beer man, what with Sam Adams. They had a museum of his, and oh my God, they run deep. Like I tried to, it was terrible, man. It was really terrible. That's another sanctuary state. So I don't have no remorse for what he's doing because I was being followed there, and it was just terrible. I don't know if they take pictures of my face or when I'm not looking. I don't know how they do it, or maybe they say, be on the lookout for a black girl with a wig. 5, 6, or whatever they say, and then they make phone calls, quick phone calls, or they got pictures floating around of my name, or picture, I don't know how they do it, but they has to be doing it some type of way. And this isn't just lies. I was on foot and my phone was being scrambled. I had to remember my way back to the hotel room, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Everywhere I went, it was just terrible, man. I don't even want to talk about it because it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't. I think that I am on high alert with them to be on the lookout with a girl with a wig, and you know, some something about me is standing out. I don't know what it is. I was changing my wardrobe and everything. But the good things were, I remember when I went to this hotel room, and I said, "How much is the hotel room for?" And I was willing to pay for the crap too. And they were like, $900. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm in a hotel room where it's $900 a night. And they looking at me. I got my luggage. And I'm like, let me play it off. I was like, I had to hear it again. I had to hear it again because I've never been in a hotel room where it's $900 a night. I know because the security at the door. So I used that hotel room because I was being followed. I used that hotel room to, I think it was the evil part when Biden was in office, the evil part of the FBI, or whatever they learned from the FBI, they quit and used their heritage to make their own organization or report back to their heritage what was going on. I don't know. But, you know, I walked in there the last day. I had to go in there. I begged the guy. I said, please let me stay in here to go ahead and purchase a flight ticket because my phone has been acting up and my Wi-Fi has been acting up. And it still I got on his Wi-Fi, and come to find out, hotel Wi-Fi's, airport Wi-Fi's, Starbucks Wi-Fi's are bad to use because anybody can get on it and hijack your phone or your computer. I didn't know that, but I didn't know that. That's why I use my own hotspot. So it still wasn't working. It was glitching. And I was like, oh my God, man. I was so sad. So I wore out my welcome with them and I never went back. But I told them out of the bottom of my heart, thank you. They were looking at me funny. This was my first, it was my phone I was trying to do it on and my Apple computer. And I was trying to buy a plane ticket and it wouldn't, it was just terrible, y'all. It was terrible. I don't like Boston, Massachusetts. Now, when I watch this on the news, on the regular news, this doesn't do that. So I figure that whoever's doing it is doing it. I don't, whoever is controlling this video is doing it. You know what's really messed up though, y'all? Trump had his own university and I think it went bankrupt. I think it went bankrupt. Just imagine, everything he tried to get into, people stopped it. He put a lot of money into that, but yet Taylor Swift can have her own classroom about her. That makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. He's a businessman, been in business for years, created his own university, and it got smashed. Oh my God, y'all. I think this was in 2000 and I was talking to one of my old friends. I know he's not my friend no more. He's mad at me. Called Vincent, and he had just got out the military. And no, he just got home from his tour as I think it's called KGB. I don't remember, but he was a security guard working 14-hour shifts a day. And you know, he told me about these grants that he got. And he said you just got to search around. So that's what I did. I went on the government website searching around. They make it so hard to get a grant. And this was way before Trump. I haven't been on there lately. And just like that, like not the Better Business Bureau, but the um the business place that supposed to help you get on your feet, um that is waste, fraud, and abuse. That is definitely waste, fraud, and abuse. They need to just shut that down. That business place that's supposed to help you develop a business plan and help you with this, that, and the third. That is waste, fraud, and abuse. That needs to be shut down. I hope he shuts it down. Um, but the grants are so hard to get. And then you don't even know what you're looking at. You don't even know what you're looking for. But he said he got grants. He must have been in the right place and got lucky. I even filed in Santa Maria for a grant, but my spelling was terrible. I did not care about what I was doing. I just thought I would get it automatically. So that's why I didn't get it. Had I known what I know now, I would have definitely been closer to getting it. So to all the black people that want to go and want to sit up there in a better life and want to get that seniority piece, go to Harvard. He's giving you a chance to go to Harvard. These are little breadcrumbs he's dropping. I'm not trying to go to Harvard because I know their curriculum is possibly like over the top, you know. I'll settle with regular colleges where the curriculum is geared, you know, for the student based on them working or having an everyday regular life, you know, that these people devote their whole time to school, which I do too. They're living there. They're living in the quarters, or they stay up the street from the quarters, or stay away but drive or commute to the quarters, you know. I truly feel like I'm okay. But to the black people that want to go, this is, you know, like he said, the Jim Crow, when he hit people with the Jim Crow, you know, 31% of people are immigrants. And they're breaking the law. They're making it into a ghetto university. But yet, when a black person applies, they send y'all away. They scoot y'all away. How discriminatory is that? Trump is giving y'all a chance. Us a chance. Do you see the Black Panthers out there saying, we're going to do this, this, this? Man, if the Black Panthers was out there, man, Harvard would have been shut it down. Some of those people wasn't even students there. They were just sleeping out there in tents, getting ready for the next show. I sat up there and I remember calling five, y'all. I don't remember the states, but as I moved from state to state and I finally gave up and saw that they knew who I was in each and every state, or they looked me up and seen that I was a far right supporter, I sat up there and called NPR. um I kept asking them, can I be on somebody's show or do my own show? And at first they'd be like, okay, tell me about yourself. What do you do? Da 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 this, da da da. And I think I let it slip anyway that I'm a Trump supporter. And when I said that, they get quiet and then they be like, well, we'll check into it and get back to you, and never get back with me, man. That's the harshest thing. And it's another broadcast radio station. Which one is it? I was just talking about it. Um, well, they'll play it and then I'll tell the story. Democratic values. But what about Republican values? That is not right. I know Democrat is overall, but they serve the Democrats. They don't serve Republicans. They probably serve people like Liz Cheney and other rhinos out there that go back and forth like Democrats is like Democrats. PBS is what they are. I sat up there and put in my video for PBS. I wasn't ready yet. I'll admit I wasn't ready. And sat up there and nothing. Nothing. They had they had ways you can put in your video and they play it for free. And it's for people that just start off to put their videos up on PBS, like shows like a, a type of community type station where different episodes of play. Ignored me. They could have at least told me that my video wasn't right or something. A sister know where to go when you are talking about Putin. You know, when I sat up there and that's messed up what he's doing, yes, but I don't have power like Trump. Trump can say that. High-end people can say that. But when low-end people say that, things start to happen, even in America. That's how powerful Putin is. So I'll just keep my mouth shut and listen to what the president has to say about that. One thing I will say about Russia, a couple of years ago, they had a situation, well, not a situation, they introduced their artifacts that showed a black Jesus Christ. Now, this is Putin now. Their artifacts he showed had a picture of a black man painted on there and as Jesus Christ. Now, I'm starting to think, well, is Jesus Christ in every country? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Around the world, I don't know. But maybe he don't want to go to the Vatican because he knows something that we don't know. Maybe it looks like he's evil. Maybe this whole thing is looking like he's evil. But I don't know. We don't know. We are not up there higher up because we're only listening to mainstream media. We're only listening to what is pushed out on mainstream media, whether it's Fox News, whether it's ABC, CBS, NBC. They push it out what they know. But we don't know why. Look at that face, y'all. Look at her face. How sincere she spoke to the public. How truthful she appeared to be. Not twitching, not blinking too hard, not breathing, over breathing. She was perfect. Anybody would have believed her, especially the Democrats who wanted to believe her. Even though he was tripping and falling over sound stages, even though he didn't know which way he was going, even though Obama had to tug him and practically push him to go off stage one day, off of one of those stages. I can't remember what stage that was. It was nighttime, but they had a special event with Obama and Biden. July 3rd, 2024, my birthday. Now, if something was, if the government wanted to control you, let let me get off of YouTube. Hold on. Hold on, y'all.